Hello, 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 and welcome into Iron Sharpens Iron by Bear Claw Media and presented by Top Notch Plumbing. Thousands of Northern Colorado families trust Top Notch Plumbing for one reason. They show up and fix it right. From cracked toilets and cold furnaces to root clogged drains, their repair and service team handles it daily. Grassroots in Greeley, not a franchise, and voted best plumber 6 years in a row. Online at topnotchplumbingllc.com. As always, joined by Zach Bloch, Quinn, Denker. Fellas, how you doing?
It's a great day to be great, top notch, as one would say.
There we go. You're getting to be a pro, just a natural. So it's been a while since we reconvened. It was, I think, the day before that South Dakota game, which feels like
forever ago.
Feels like a full season.
Yeah.
Like it feels like we're next year already.
Yeah.
But elephant in the room, I think you can probably see it on camera. Got that hand wrapped up.
Oh yeah.
How we doing, Quinn?
I feel great. It's a great day. Like I said, it's a great day to be great. I feel top notch. Now I just have to wear this white thing for a little while. But I know, broke my hand in that game. Timetable as to return, not sure. But taking it day by day, and God is good all the time. So that's how I feel.
The first thing I noticed, first I remember it was like a weird scrum. You kind of go down. I was worried about like a knee ankle thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I see you kind of come up holding it, and I was like, hopefully.
Well, dude, it was weird. Like I remember there was like a pass, some ball got deflected.
I turned it over.
Half court. Bro. So the ball's rolling. It's not your fault. What in the world?
Dude, it made me sad.
Dude,
I felt
partially
responsible.
No. You're top 3 in the country in 3-point percentage.
Dude, what does that have to do with it?
Anyways, the ball's bouncing out towards half court. I go to like kind of reach for the ball, and their dude just kind of like dives at the ball and I kind of brace and let go, kind of let him dive on it, and then another guy just runs in and just kind of runs into me. And like didn't even really go for the ball or whatever. My fingers are kind of in weird places, and then just runs into me, and I feel something immediately in my hand. I'm like, that didn't feel right. Run back on D. Dude was rim running. I sprinted all the way back, got in front of him, and they shot a shot. I boxed him out, got a rebound, and then
dribble bust.
like I hear Smiley going, "Quinn bust!" And so what do? I dribble bust, and so I take a couple dribbles with my right hand, throw a pass. I'm like, yeah, that really does not feel right. Go back down. I don't even know what happened on the offensive possession, but it was immediate timeout almost immediately. It was like 3:45 into the game. And then I go to the sideline, look at my hand, and I've got this like concave on the top of my hand. I'm like, that probably doesn't look right. A little bump on the bottom side. Yeah, that doesn't look right either. So I go over to Madeline Marie Beal Ford, greatest athletic trainer of all time. I go up to her and I'm like, hey, Maddie, what's wrong with my hand? She looks at it and she goes, yeah, you're done. You're done for the game. And I was like, dude, what? Like, I'll play left-handed. We're not doing that. Like, no. And she goes, I literally can't let you go back into the game. So that sucked. I went over and sat down on the sideline, and I'm not feeling pain at all. Like, don't feel anything. It's just my hand looks weird. And Zach is just like kind of playing, doesn't even know it's
Dude, I had no idea he was hurt until like there was like a media timeout or something, or it came out of the game.
It's like the second media.
Yeah, I like subbed out, and I'm walking down the bench high-fiving everybody, and I see this joker sitting at the end of the bench with ice on his hand. I'm like, dude, what in the world happened? Like, I didn't even know.
I didn't even know what happened. Like, we didn't know at all, and then they brought a doctor over, and it was like, yeah, he did something. So had to get an X-ray.
I was sick. I was so sick when I saw that.
Yeah. Surgery the next day.
I was going to ask, what is the timeline on that? Like, do you go to the hospital immediately after the game and then how did that kind of play out?
Well, I mean, I truly mean when I said when we have the greatest athletic trainer of all time. She's on top of it. She super connected with Banner, and so she tried to get me in the hospital that night, but it just didn't work. Like we have a great hand specialist. Who was just wanted to be able to see me and get his eyes on me and not, have anybody else do it. So, and he wasn't going to be in until the next day. So I kind of just that whole night just kind of had to like hang out and do whatever. And then I saw him the next day, X-ray surgery all in one fell swoop. And yeah, it's great.
This is going to sound hokey, but the thing I remember most from that game, aside from rings put back and just all the chaos there, it was one of the runs kind of late in that second half. I think you guys go on maybe 6-0 run or whatever, take the lead. Jim's going crazy, timeout, and I see you like at that point in street clothes, like running into midcourt, like trying to pump up the fans. And I was like, that's...
Man, it's because they had no juice for a little bit. They just didn't have juice. And so I was like, man, we can't do that. Like, this is a crazy game. Like, our guys got juice. You guys got to have juice. So I went to half court, gave them a double pump.
Did you really?
Oh, I did, bro. After I high-fived all of you guys, like, coming in, I just turned to the crowd, and I'm like, come on! Like, both hands doing the whole thing.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, dude. My favorite part of the game, easily, was like, now, watching the game from the sideline is 10 times more stressful than playing the game. Like, when I'm playing in the game, I'm never stressed. Like, I just have fun. Like, me and Zach, like, mess around, just, like, talk, chatter, like, about whatever.
Yeah.
In the like, if people saw us, like, like, you know, we played in 3 overtime games. If you saw, like, what was going through our brains or, like, how we conversate with each other in the final minutes, you'd think we were both lunatics. But, like, when I'm on the sideline, dude, it sucks. Oh, my gosh, it's so much more stressful.
Dude, like, I remember when last year when we were playing Weber to win the championship,
bro,
and I'm out of the game. Like, I'm like, Marcel's in, you're in, I'm out of the game, I'm on the bench. Dude, I'm sitting there like, I can't even like breathe, bro. I'm so stressed
it's actually
out.
the worst. It's the worst. So I'm sitting over here and I'm just like, I'm literally one knee on the ground, slamming the ground, like not even knowing what's going on. Zach's get this 2 game. He's sizing up whoever it is. 2 game with Ibu. Ibu gets the wide open shot and like misses it. When I saw Ring fly through the air, I lost my little mind, bro. Lost my mind. Ring puts it back in. Craziest thing. I'm over here running, jumping on Ring with one hand. Like, the whole deal. But it was awesome. I love it. My favorite moment, though, if you guys go watch the replay, Smiley and DG's celebration after the game was the funniest celebration I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Okay.
Dude.
I didn't even watch it. Wait, what?
Smiley goes double fist up in the air.
He loves the double fist.
And runs over to DG, and they both, like, it looks like they're holding hands, but I don't think they do, and they're jumping up and down. Like, I'm like, there's no way.
No, I have to see that.
You gotta go back and watch. It's on, hold on. No, I don't have it, but.
I'll see if I can rip it from the ESPN Plus broadcast.
Rip it and put it on.
Zoom in.
Whole thing. They're jumping up and down, excited. Oh, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
What just an awesome game. Because like you said, Jacob and I were talking about it. We were a little bit like disappointed in the crowd in the first, early on, like it looked a little empty. There wasn't a ton of juice. It felt like by the end there was a ton of juice.
Oh, man, there was so much juice.
So much juice.
Dude, I'm dribbling the ball and I can't hear myself think.
No,
like,
bro.
I can't even hear anything with 10
the
seconds.
The bank was rocking.
Yeah.
In the final 10 minutes of the game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the best atmosphere I've seen in that place in 10 years of going to games there. Like, it was wild.
Yeah.
Like, and then what was your thoughts on that last play when because you ball in your hands, I'm assuming it went exactly like Smiley drew it up, got the open shot. Take me from that moment when you see, like, Ibu with the ball wide open, ready to take that 3. Is there even time for anything to go through your head?
Well, what should have gone through my head is crash, but it didn't. So I start sprinting back, and there's still time on the clock. So I need to start thinking actually more in those situations. But when Ibu got the look, I was like, "Oh, this is going in." So I was like, "What do I need to crash?" But Ring luckily didn't do that and actually did his job and crashed. So. In that moment, I was just like, when Ibu had the ball, I was like, yeah, this is going in, and this is game. And then Ring cleaned it up, and it was all good.
That's crucial, though. Here's the basketball thing. Like what he's talking about with crashing, so real. Because, Zach obviously did the 2 game perfectly. Smiley always says good basketball players just draw 2. So Zach, he drew damn near 3. The other guy that was helping out from strong side corner also went to Zach. Because, again, he's 3rd in the nation in 3-point percentage. And snaps it to Ibu. All of them are like, oh, shoot. Ibu, who can shoot the crap out of it.
Who sealed the Omaha game.
Sealed the Omaha game, right. And
similar situation.
And see him get a wide open 3. All South Dakota dudes, what do? Turn and just look, and they're like, please don't go in. Please don't. They don't even think about go finish the play.
Yeah.
Right? And then I don't know how you don't box out Ring the Erie. Right? Goes in there, flies. Put back. So cool.
And who was the first one to him? Who was at the bottom of that pile with him?
I don't know. I think Egan was the one who took him to the ground. Egan comes in, just puts him in a headlock, and I'm just trying to get in there somewhere.
Dude. And how about Egan in that game?
Yeah.
Those free throws?
Bro, Egan, when he's got the mindset of I'm just trying to kill whatever's in front of me and I just need to get better as the game goes on and every day get better. It's one of the most unguardable dudes I've seen in the post.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember post game. I asked him something along the lines of when you get the ball, when are you thinking score? What do you see that makes you feel like you have the mismatch? And he kind of hemmed and hawed for a second, and you were immediately you're a creature, Egan. There's nobody that can guard you if you want to score.
It's real. It's real.
Yeah, you should have said everything is a mismatch. 100%. I mean, look at Texas Tech. Obviously, we'll talk about that.
No, like I said, you're becoming a pro. Let's move into that Tech game.
Dude, we did our winning losing chart, which is just all the stats we chart. Egan was third ranked on our winning losing in the Texas Tech game in the 5 minutes. He got 3 rebounds, drew 2 fouls on whoever it was. None of those post players could guard him in the post. And he was just Egan's really good, and he's fun to play with.
Yeah, he is.
Because he just gravitates and does so much and puts so much foul pressure on the defense, and he's super skilled too, and he can really pass. And it's funny because once they start figuring out, okay, we can't guard this guy, we actually have to double him and stuff, then he'll start getting assists on this other stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Dude, our team is just so fun.
I agree.
It's so fun. Everybody brings something unique and something different, and as you see in the Texas Tech game, and when we keep losing people, we have people that keep stepping up. And that's such a blessing to have. Mm-hmm. Vince played amazing at Texas Tech. I was so proud of him. And
he's a stud.
Yeah, he is. Hunter Caldwell comes in again.
I love
back-to-back games. Pop threes.
He's a killer.
And the announcers, because I was listening to the ESPN Plus at that point, were yeah, it's only his third made 3 on the year. And I'm yeah, but he shot 4. He's only...
Yeah, it's not he's shooting 75%.
Yeah. It was funny in that in the South Dakota game. He hit the he hit the layup first, and then the pick and pop 3 on the next. And he was so much more confident shooting that 3 than he was on the little bunny with the rim.
Lefty layup. Yeah, I've been telling him, dude, just dunk it. He's 7 foot tall. Just dunk it.
Yeah,
just dunk it. But it's man, dude, he's gonna be so good.
Yeah, he is.
He's already really good. The progress. Here's the thing about Hunter and why he's going to be a stud. When Hunter, and I have no issue saying this to Hunter or anything at all. When Hunter first got to Northern Colorado, I was scared for him. Because I was okay, I don't know if he'll be able to survive a summer, just because he came in super skinny, weak, didn't talk, communicate. That Hunter versus Hunter now in 1 year.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. Yeah. And just how much time and attention to detail he puts in. And I work out with Hunter. I shoot with Hunter. How much detail he puts into his own workouts and how hard he goes. That was 1 season of a red shirt where he wasn't even playing. Imagine when he gets 4 years of actual development per year. Hunter's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for him because I remember reading the UNC release when he signed, and it was 6'10". Shot 62% from 3 on the year, but on his senior year, it was crazy. But he averaged 4 rebounds a game, playing at 3A, 4A. I think he was Lutheran, right?
Yeah.
And I was I don't know what this guy is, but it's so intriguing.
I love that. Oh God, I freaking love Hunter.
And I see how he shot 60% from 3 after just watching him for a couple years. It's crazy.
Hunter's better, bro.
But nobody on the team seems scared ever. It made sense through some of the overtime games. You two and Bloch especially kind of seen everything. But then that Texas Tech game, they stretch it to 12, and I think, okay, it's been a good fight, but they're about to push it to 20. And all of a sudden it's 6, and then it's 3. And it happened 4 or 5 times. And what was it, tied with less than 10 minutes left to play?
Yeah.
And I got a little bit I think at halftime I was wait a minute, obviously I was like going in, they can win, but at that point it felt like legitimately real.
Yeah.
How is there no fear in any single player on this team? Where does that how does that come to be?
Well, I think first and foremost that comes from the Lord. This team is just heavily, all that they have. We just have great faith, right? We just believe and trust in Him, and we're not going to fear any other guys. We're not going to fear failure because we know He has it all figured out for us. And just like when we get down, we're just about playing the next possession. It's really not about the wins and losses for us. Like the wins have been great, and we're really blessed to have them. But that's not what it's been about for us, and that's not what it's been about for this team. And so I think when you have that, we're not scared we're going to go down from 12 to 20. We're not always looking at the scoreboard. It's just the next possession. And, it paid off in that game.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Was it ever frustrating, especially towards the end of that first half, I'd say, where you're like, we're doing everything right, and they just haven't missed a shot in 15 minutes, basically?
Okay, well, dude, great question. Well, let me continue off of what Zach said first, and then that's going to lead me perfect into the answer for that. But, just our team, he talked about faith. It's extremely important. You don't have faith, you can't do anything. But not only do we have faith, we understand that whoever we're playing, you're human flesh and blood just like we are. The name that you have and whoever you are associated, the only thing that we see you as is God's child. Other than that, we're all God's child. I don't care what your name is, how much money you're getting paid, what name is on your jersey, whatever it is. We're going to compete. You're another human at the end of the day that we're going to try to beat and have fun doing it. And so everyone on our team, this is the only team I've ever this, and last year's team too, but this team especially, most dudes that some people say it's delusional. We just say it's God. So we worked really hard for that, and we were game planned, and even in the game, we felt like we were the better team. The entire game, we felt like we didn't even think we were playing well. We made so many little dumb mistakes and stuff that we just normally don't do, especially in the defensive end. And we felt like we could get whatever we wanted virtually on the offensive end. And when you got two elite players in the ball, and then they're gravitating so much attention, like Zach and Brock, and then everyone else is eating, Vince had a crazy game, whatever it was. And, everyone's playing well, doing their kind of stuff on offense, and we were just trying to figure out on defense. We had a perfect game plan, I felt like. I'm sitting there thinking about it, talking to Vince before the game. I'm like, dude, we have a perfect game plan. I think this game plan is great. Now, it only relies on one thing. It relies on drivers to not make threes. Well, the two drivers we had out there were Lawan Watts and Toppin. Well, Lawan Watts gave us about 36 of driver threes. And I was telling him after, I'm like, dude, you could have 40, if you just made every single shot you took. It was 12 for 13 or whatever it was. I'm like, dude, what in the world? I thought our game plan was perfect. Toppin banks into threes, cashes. He's 2 for 18 all year long, and then he's 2 for 2 in our game. And I'm like, okay, what in the world is going on right now? So that's just one of those things you kind of just have to laugh about and just keep playing the game, which is exactly what we did. That's what shows the maturity and leadership of our team. Is you could easily see, Toppin bank in that 3 and then just put your head down and sulk and be like, oh, woe is me, it's not our night. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter. Just go play basketball. Next play, win the possession, like Zach said, and just keep competing.
The banked one, that banked in 3, I was like, really? Just really?
Yeah.
It was crazy. But it feels like those are the types of... The fact that it felt like so many things went a little bit wrong for UNC and a little right for Texas Tech, for that to be an 11-point game, it just feels... I think it's a sentiment... Testament, thank you. Yeah. Testament to the group of guys that you are.
Sure.
So that a lot of just a fun team to watch as a fan. And even as in an 11-point loss, that may have been the most joy I got out of a game. Really,
for sure.
Just watching the resolve and everything just time after time again. But are you gunning for my job on the radio, Quinn?
What do you mean?
You did pregame with Jacob down in Lubbock.
Jay, what was actually really funny about that is Jacob came up to Smiley before the game and was like, "Hey, can Quinn do color with me during the game?" And Smiley was like, no, I need him on my bench to help us win the game. But he said I could do the interview, so I thought that was fun.
That would have been crazy. Doing
I was
color.
doing color. Zach Bloch, top 3 in the nation.
No,
I actually would have had so much, bro. Like,
you would have killed that too.
I would have glazed you so much during
That would have made me so mad.
I know, which is why I would have done it. And I would have, like, dude, Hunter Caldwell, probably number 1 in the country in 3-point percentage. Like, oh, I would have had so much fun. That would have been great.
No, it was funny because Jacob was telling me, he's like, I think I'm going to see if Quinn can do. He was like, I'm going to see if he can do the whole thing, but even, maybe like 4 or 5 minutes, see what he's up for. And I was like, I don't think it's going to, like, I don't think they'll go for it, but you would be fantastic at that. You're like, really you're fun. Built to do color too.
Yeah. That whole environment was fun. Texas Tech Arena is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
It's the best arena, I think.
Yeah, it's great.
And the music they were playing was awesome. Yeah. They had like Christmas. Dude, their DJ. They have like a couple places have had DJs.
Did y'all see Quinn?
No,
singing? Did y'all see him singing Mariah Carey?
Yes, and
I got sniped on TV, bro.
You did. I was gonna say you got it. They mentioned that on the ESPN Plus broadcast.
Bro, I got sniped.
Caught him singing Mariah Carey.
Yeah, because they
back-to-back Big Sky Player of the Week. Quinn Denker loves Mariah Carey and Christmas music.
Stop the presses.
You know what actually made me mad though was like when I got sent the clip like 10 times, and I am watching the clip. And the entire time it looks like Brock is sitting next to me. He's like annoyed that I'm singing Mariah Carey into his ear. But then they cut back to the actual game. Brock started singing it with me for the next like 30 seconds. And then Walker chimed in. So it was us 3 little what do you call it?
Quartet?
No. It's 4. What is 3? Trio? Is it trio?
I think, trio actually.
Is it trio? I don't like that.
I like quartet.
I like quartet. We're okay. Yeah. Throwing Dixion in there, it's a quartet. We were just rocking. It was great. It was fun.
I guess I should ask. Egan looked like it was unfortunate. He took the back of Vince's head to the face.
That was wrong, but his bell wrong.
Is he like nothing serious? I don't speak on his behalf, but nothing season long to worry about.
No.
Okay,
no. He'll be back super soon. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what the timetable is. He may play against Denver. I don't really know.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely a guy that would be nice to have back for conference play.
For sure. Oh no. Yeah. 100%.
Okay, so this is one we were kind of talking about before we got rolling here. Which one do you think I'm about to bring up? Which was that reaction?
I thought what me and you were talking about beforehand.
Soon.
Okay.
I got you. Okay. But if you guys had
what are you talking about?
Just he's going to bring up one of the things he was talking about.
If you guys had 4, so one of you, we could start with either of you. Who are like the 4 archetype of basketball players that you think would fill out the best lineup around yourselves? Like a 3-and-D wing, pick and pops. Like you don't have to be like I want Hunter Caldwell, but
but I do want Hunter Caldwell.
Give me Hunter.
But what do you like if you could hand pick 4 like player types to play with? Who or what would you go with?
Man. Well, for me, I'd want a bunch of people that can shoot around me. So a bunch of snipers.
Yeah.
Just give a lot of space, a lot of big bodies that'll set some good screens.
Would you be the one in theory?
No,
I'd be
the 2.
Okay.
A great point guard, like Quinn Denker is my point guard.
It's not an archetype.
That pretty much is an archetype. They're going to start making that in 2K.
The big guy.
Quinn Denker archetype.
Post guard?
No. No.
Yeah.
Post guard with game.
Post sniper with game. That's funny, actually.
Yeah, it would be like strength. Would be like three quarters of the way through. Like
my sliders on strength.
Yeah. Like the dunking would be a little bit lower. Like
super low. Probably 0. Yeah. That's funny.
But so that's
I got mine.
Go do yours.
Okay.
Let me hear yours.
So I would be the point guard. I would want a 3-and-D, like gritty, best defender as my 2 guard, right? That is really good at like the bump fade off of specifically his left leg. he would have to be top 3 in the country in 3-point shooting percentage.
Bro. That narrows it down.
And probably he needs to be like 11th in the country in threes made per game, and 12th in the country in total made threes. Like that kind of guy. You know what I mean? And also just like a great leader and a man of God.
Well, it sounds like you really appreciate what that type of player would bring to the court. You know, how would you show your appreciation to that type of player if you played with that type of guy?
In theory, what I would do is I would get that guy a Christmas present. That's something that I would do.
Okay.
Like just to show my appreciation for having such a teammate who does that on like a daily basis. And it's such a good thing that you brought that up because, you know, Zach's here and that archetype is really similar to Zach. Zach, I actually do have a Christmas present for you. So
did we not talk about what we were doing for Christmas?
Nintendo Switch Sports from the Nintendo Switch. Me and Zach are big Nintendo Switch people. So, and you love sports and your Nintendo Switch. So,
thank you, brother.
Merry Christmas, my beautiful brother.
Thank you, bro.
You're so welcome.
Love you, man.
I love you too.
This is big time. I'm definitely gonna tap in on this probably with you at some point.
Oh yeah.
But I thought our plan, like we talked about, was to go to the store together, and I was gonna get you a game, and you were gonna get me a game,
and we can still do that.
Okay, for sure. But like, I already got my game, so I just gotta get. I'll get you.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll take you. Okay,
for sure.
We'll go together. You can go after this if you want to.
Okay.
Just know that I wanted to do it on the podcast.
Well, thank you.
I love you and stuff.
I appreciate that, bro. I love you too. Thanks.
Back to the archetypes. Sorry about that. My 3-man would be like another like playmate. All like Zach said, all of them have to be able to shoot in some capacity. The 3-man would be a little bit more playmaking, so I'm thinking like a playmaking wing, kind of like a point forward type of guy. So like we can have multiple people on the floor that are like kind of, you've got to have as many creators and ball handlers as possible. So I think a 3-man like that, because then it allows me to play off ball sometimes too. You can have a free flowing offense, like me and Zach are interchangeable. Then you've got a 3-man in there that can also be interchangeable. It's just, it's more dangerous. It's harder to guard. I'd like a 4-man that's really athletic, like a 3-and-D kind of guy that can shoot threes, with someone that would be a lob threat for me.
Okay.
I always like having a lob threat. That's why I'm playing with guys like, Egan, Brock to some capacity. Ring, like Arik, guys like that are fun, just to like be able, because it's hard to guard. And then a 5-man that can really shoot it. Like Brock, for example, like Brock can pick and pop. He can isolate.
Dude, I know Brock is living the big man dream right now.
Dude, he's living the big man dream. I don't really know how you guard Brock Wisney.
I don't either. You gotta fire him, but you can't really because he passes so well.
He passes so well. He's Jokic. Point forward.
Yeah.
And then what do you do in a one-on-one? He just fried a dude that's worth $4 million for 20 minutes.
Literally.
Like, what do you do? And it was crazy too. Like, how many free throws did he shoot? 2?
Did he shoot 2 free throws?
I think he only shot 2 free throws in the game in 2029.
Yeah.
So that was all different. Buckets.
Oh my goodness.
And so I was just
tough ones.
Tough ones. And I'm like, I don't know. Like even the one fadeaway in the corner, Clope runs over to me after he hits that. There's like the last second shot. Brock kind of chucked it up there.
Like a turnaround, yeah.
Clope runs over to me and goes, "Fellas, what you're seeing is a guy in the flow state." I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Yeah, I would definitely have a guy like. I mean, why wouldn't you have a guy like Brock? You fire him, he's getting an assist. He'll have 10 assists. You leave him 1-on-1, he's gonna have 29 on a super efficient amount of layups. You can foul him, and he's still probably going to make it. Yeah. Then you can't sag off him because he's shooting absurdly well from 3.
Yeah,
he's just cash money.
Yeah.
And then, what was it? Was it in practice the other day? Was this an actual game? No, it was in practice. Brock, bro, sneaky ball handler. Remember the other day when he naturally came off he naturally came off like a DHO. From somebody, and then just kind of in and out tween somebody. Came here, same foot, same hand finish. And I'm like, you are 6'9", dude. That's league.
Yeah, that's league for sure.
That's league. So that was awesome.
Yeah, Brock. Smiley's told the story about like when he was recruiting him. Brock was like, I'm going to be coming around off a screen shooting threes.
For sure.
Because I think at Colorado Prep, did he just end up playing like a chunk of 3 just based on like lineups? And I think I cut you off on giving your 4, but I do want to ask, how does the ball come off of Brock's hands? It's probably a better question for him. It has like the weirdest spin, but it's like the most consistent. And
it's shot?
Yeah. Like, are you guys, am I making this up? I swear it like somehow spins the wrong way when it leaves his hand.
Does it do that?
I've honestly never looked at it.
I haven't studied it like
Okay.
that.
Because I shoot with Brock, and I've never really, like... I don't know. I've never noticed that. I feel like it has something to do with his, like, his guide hand.
Oh, kind of.
And just, like, how he catches it, because his hands are really close together. So it may look funkier because he's shooting and his hands are closer together. But, like, the consistent thing is part. Like, he has the same shot every single time.
Yeah.
No matter what. Like, and that's a hard thing to do as shooters.
Yeah.
Like, it's to be able to, like, me and Zach were talking about it the other day. It's like, sometimes when you shoot the ball, you're like, and something may feel wrong and you're trying to figure it out the entire time.
Yeah.
And Brock, his shot looks the same every single time.
Yeah.
Do either of you do, I've seen, I don't know, I might just be too deep into Twitter with dumb bullshit, but like the Curry, like rotating the ball in his hands to get like flush with the seam. Yeah.
I stopped doing that for a while, and then DG brought it up to me, and Coach Green brought it up to me in one of our film sessions that he does that. I was like, okay, I might go back to like trying to do that again, because sometimes it just doesn't feel right in my hands. So I've been trying to do that more lately.
It seems to be working. Do you want to say the line?
Yeah, top 3 in the country and
Dude,
3
oh
points.
my
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
But yeah, it's, I don't know quite
I love it because he hates this. It's
But-
the best.
how I think I asked the question like 15 minutes ago at this point, but who are your 4 that you'd play with?
So yeah, I think pretty similar to Q. I think I'd have, Quinn Denker back-to-back, Big Sky.
Post
This-
driver
the weeks.
with game.
This is payback for the long soliloquy you went about Quinn's back-to-back player of the week last year.
Dude, big guard. Like, here's the thing about Q is like you can't put like a quick guard on him because he's just gonna put him in that post and go like this and turn and score every single time. And then like if you put a bigger joker on him, one move by you. You know what I'm saying? So like Quinn's a dangerous point guard to have. So I'm gonna have somebody like Quinn, not Quinn, but somebody like him. And then my 2, it's just gonna be me. My 3, I think I'd have a similar to Q, a guy that has the ball in hand, can do a little bit of everything. Can play make, can shoot the 3. 4, I like sniper force a lot, and I like athletic force. So you could put anybody. You could put Ibu build, or you could put a ring build in there, like
Bodie Hume.
Yeah, Bodie Hume. Oh, dude, Bodie Hume was everything. Had a extreme 3-ball and had the most bounce I've ever seen. There was one time my freshman year in practice. It was pretty embarrassing, actually. We were doing our one-on-one drill, and the one where you start with the ball on the ground, you pick it up, you rip through one dribble, and then you go up and you're supposed to wall them up.
Yeah.
So we're just working on our wall-ups, and I'm guarding Bodie. He takes one dribble, bumps me, and just dunks on my head, and I'm like, dude, this isn't even fun. Like, what am I working on? Like, this is not fair at all. So yeah, like a Bodie type. Yeah, Bodie's a great one.
Okay, that actually explains so much now. Zach has the meanest chest bump of all time. Like if you try to chest bump him, because I always try to bump people, always. He's like the one dude I like. He's the hardest dude ever to bump, and I think it's because of that moment.
Yeah, Bodie kind of scarred me from that because I'd watch Matt. Matt used to do it all the time. Matt would just
yeah,
yeah,
Theo.
Yeah, the Theo and Matt. I just had a bunch of swole chest teammates for some reason. Yeah, and then my 5-man, Brock Wisney build.
Yeah,
you can't.
Jokic
go wrong
mixed with
Jokic.
Curry.
Yeah, yeah,
mixed with Kyrie Irving.
Can't go wrong there. Yeah, and then if I could have off the bench just like a super big, athletic bro, 7 foot,
just 7 foot.
Yeah.
50-inch vert.
Yeah. Like if I had Wemby off the bench, that'd be cool.
If I could bring like a 6'9" GOAT, better than LeBron or better than Jordan type guy. Like just LeBron off the bench.
It's like Braun off the bench. Like, Kobe as my, two guard and seventh man.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be smart.
Yeah.
Good team.
Yeah, Tim Duncan behind Hunter Caldwell.
Yeah. Hunter Caldwell, then Tim Duncan.
For sure. Every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
12 minutes. That's how fast a small leak can become a big mess. Call the crew Greeley Trust Top Notch Plumbing. Awarded Best Plumber 6 years in a row. Plumbing, HVAC, drain cleaning. Top Notch Plumbing, LLC.com. And it's about that time for our Top Notch segment. That doesn't quite work. I forced it there. The Splash Disciples segment.
Which is top notch.
Which is top notch. Yeah, so you got to leave it to the pro. So I'll pass it over to you guys. What do you got for us this week?
Yeah, man. I think we just wanted to talk about, having faith in all circumstances. When you go to the Bible and you look at the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, at the time there was King Nebuchadnezzar, and he made this golden statue, and he wanted all these people to bow down to it, right, and worship this idol. And these three guys refused to worship and bow down. They knew who the one true God was, and they refused to bow down to any other idols. So what the king did was he lit this furnace, and he was like, we're going to throw you into the fire. And these three guys were like, my God will save me. But even if he doesn't, I'm still going to walk into this fire, and I'm not going to bow down to this idol. And I think that's such an amazing amount of faith. And I've been reading this book called Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table. And it talks about Psalm 23, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, that psalm. And there's a story about this woman, and this woman, had a great life all the way up until age 22. And then I think she had a stroke. And she lost her ability to see, walk, all these things that, we all are blessed enough to be able to do. And she just went through it. And she brought up this book in the Bible called Habakkuk. I think that's how you say it. And in there's a prayer, and it talks about, even though, I'm going to pull it up right here. Even though.
You're ruining the illusion that Claus just stands.
Yeah. So even though there's no figs on the trees, no grapes on the vines, even though the olive crops fail, fields yield no food, even though flocks cut off from the pen, no cattle in the stalls, I will still rejoice in the Lord. And she kind of recreated that prayer for herself. Even though I can't see, even though I can't walk, I will still rejoice in the Lord. And I thought that was just so powerful, and a mindset that we should try to uphold every single day, even if things don't go my way, even if I have a bad day, even if this relationship doesn't work out, even if I don't get the job that I have been dreaming about, I will still worship the Lord. And I just thought that was super powerful, and I'm sure that Quinn, going through this injury, can attest to that, and he's been great with that every single day, even though he can't play right now. He's still rejoicing in the Lord, still worshiping him, still putting him first in everything he does, still having joy and feeding to other people, right? So I don't know if you have anything else on that.
Still singing Mariah Carey.
Still singing Mariah Carey.
Yeah. Well, no, it's so real. Just because I remember talking to you after South Dakota, when it happened, because we obviously had no idea what was going to happen, and there was a chance that it was going to be season ending, and because the doc came over and it was it could be season ending, and so me and Zach were just praying together, and I was completely content because I'll even be honest, the saddest part for me wasn't even just that my hand broke or anything, is that there was a possibility that I wouldn't be able to play with him, again, or play with Bloch or play with any of my teammates, and but the entire time I was content because I knew that whatever happened to me, and for some reason that this happened to me for a reason. God is good. Texas Tech was my favorite arena in the world to play in, and I wanted to play in it again, but I wasn't able to. God's good. Just because I'm not able to dribble a ball or shoot or do anything with my right hand, God is still good. And that's like the moral of his story that he's trying to tell is that even though these circumstances are what they are, I know it's not going to be like this forever. Even though I can't see what's ahead of me or how long until I'm able to play again, God is good. And so that's just such a powerful outlook to have on life, is knowing that whatever happens, there's a reason it's happening. It may take a while, and there's no point in planning, right? Because it doesn't matter what your plan is. It only matters what God's plan is. And that's what's most important, is just trusting that whatever happened to you, there's a reason it's happening. And that's such a powerful story too, with the three men and how they were like all walking this fire willingly. Like, well, I'm not going to bow down to anybody. And I think also too, what we were talking about earlier, that's what makes our team so special, is every single dude in our roster. There's not a single dude in the country that any of us would bow down to. There's not a coach that people would bow down to. We respect and love our coaches, and they respect and love us. But all of us know together that it's like, we serve one true God. We serve one true King. And that's what carries us through each day and allows us to have the joy that we have even in these crazy moments. Like we were talking about earlier, you go through all these stressful, crazy in-game moments that other teams would just be like all tense and hyped up, and we're over here smiling, messing around, and just having a good old time, trying to slow it down and trying to just enjoy it. Yeah. We're halfway through December already, and it's kind of nuts. Just trying to enjoy it as much as we can. So I hope the process takes longer so that I can slow down and actually enjoy December a little bit and enjoy the holidays. So
it's maybe this question isn't quite tailored to the message, but how do you slow that down? How do you focus on being in the moment every moment and enjoying things as they come? I'm going to butcher the quote, so I'm not going to say it, but somebody like, the person who loves to walk is going to get further than the person who loves the destination.
Those who love to walk will walk further than those who love the destination.
Yeah. I mean,
Zach can take this one. He's good at this.
Well, I think we all live a very hurried lifestyle, and we all are looking to what the next thing we have to do is, the next goal we want to accomplish, and we don't really take time to just look around and be present and be grateful for where we are, right? There's so much God in every single moment. And I've learned that especially on game days, because I was always the guy that was looking for the game, just only thinking about the game. And like, I couldn't function before that. And I'm missing so much of life. Like, there's so much that God has for me in each and every moment. And sometimes all the time you should slow down, look around, look up at your God, and know that He's trying to teach you something right now. And there's something that you can be grateful for in this present moment right now. And I think it's a hard thing. It talks about it in the book, Elimination of Hurry, that we both read. And
John Mark Comer.
Yeah, it talks about, minimalism. If you're always rushing around because you have so much stuff, it's hard to like focus and be where you are. And just certain things like that. It even says in the book, like, look for the longest checkout line and stand in it. Make yourself slow down. Train your brain and mind and heart to slow down. Put yourself in those situations. Get behind a slow car. Stay there. Don't pass it. Right? And it just, I think certain things like that, because we all get in that fast lane. We all find the most open checkout line and go to it, right? But that's because we're in a hurry. Like, we don't really need to get there that fast. Like, there's times, but we can get in this line. We can stand there and maybe start a conversation with somebody who looks like they need somebody to talk to. I think it's a very hard thing to do, slow down, but it's definitely necessary for our lives.
What's the quote? It's like, you don't know that you're in the good times until they pass.
Yeah.
That's true. It's really true. Because, I've talked about this before. Like, I felt like this year was a gift from God that I wasn't supposed to have, and He gave it to me. And so I'm trying to savor it as much as I can, because I feel like the last 4 years I was always so focused on the next thing, next place, or whatever it was, that I never really, was all the way into it. There was a lot that I missed out on, or just opportunities or conversations or relationships or whatever it was. And that's why it's really important, like Zach's talking about, to just be present and actually stay where you are and just kind of take it all in and enjoy it. Because even on game days, those are the moments, and, you can learn and always improve every single day. Like there's a saying out there that game days are where you show your work. I don't think that's a good phrase. I don't, because I don't think it to be true. I think game days are the same as every other day. It's just another opportunity to improve and another opportunity to glorify God.
Yeah. Like I think we've shifted our mindset to basketball as a form of worship, right? Like it's us using the gifts and abilities that He's blessed us with to bring Him glory, instead of like that. I like that you brought that up, like, because I always thought about that. Everybody always said that, like your work's going to show on game days.
Yeah.
My work never showed on game days for most of my life. Like, and until I flipped my mindset about, trusting and having faith and, what I'm actually doing this for. It's not to prove anything to anybody, right? Like we play for an audience of one, we play for Jesus, and, win or lose, even if things don't go our way, we're still going to worship Him.
Great message, powerful as always. I'm glad I kind of go back and forth because part of me feels like we're doing a disservice putting this segment at the end, but I always leave recording these feeling just way better than when I started. So
good.
I really like ending on that stuff. Yeah. So
top-notch stuff.
There we go. But as always, we missed a week, dude. You can probably guess why.
Guys, yeah.
But
it's my fault.
But we should be back to our weekly, once a week episodes. This is a fun one, catching up. Feels like I was saying, it feels like it's been years since we last recorded. So great to sit down with you fellas once again. Yeah. Any closing thoughts before I give the spiel and get us out of here?
Top 3 in the country. What do you think?
Okay.
We'll see you guys post Christmas.
Let's get the back-to-back Big Sky Player of the Week back. Let's do that.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Hey, shout out Ross, by the way.
Thank you. How did I almost forget? I don't know which camera, if the iPad over there died, but Wichita State Shockers hoodie, $15, Under Armour. Where else are you going to get it?
Dude, okay, before we go, about half of the basketball shoes that I've gotten that I wear at UNC are from Ross. At least 60% off. At least.
It's fire.
It's incredible. I got a pair of brand new ones the other day for $40. Like, what are we doing?
The most expensive pair of shoes I've ever seen in there is $60.
That's incredible.
I'm like, that's crazy, because that was a $300 pair of shoes beforehand.
Yeah. So go to Ross. Merry Christmas.
Not a free ad. Free ad. Yeah.
Free
you earned it, Ross.
Sponsor us, Ross.
Seriously. But as always, if you like what we're doing, please like, comment, subscribe, review. Tell your mom to like, comment, subscribe, review. We're falling behind in the mom market. So
yeah. Shout out 477 Distilling, New Bears Bourbon Whiskey.
Ben, if you're watching this is how you know I picked you up a bottle. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah.
So as always, have a good one.